What's up, guys? In case you hadn't noticed yet, there is a wipe today, and they did release the patch notes, so I quickly wanted to go through them because there was a couple things that I actually missed from the teaser. Not necessarily missed, but just forgot to really make a good point about it on the video that I did talking about the wipe today. And I just want to make sure I remind you guys of some things because things are going to be different in terms of our day one stuff. So I just wanted to get through that. And the patch notes describe it perfectly, so we can go through all of those. If you want some details on Kaban, it starts off with that, or Kaban, or there's people are saying I pronounce his name. It's Kaban. Everyone knows what I'm talking about, so it's Kaban. He is going to be at the car dealership, and Nikita actually just did an interview with the Hunt guys that just did the tournament, the Wipe Day tournament there. And he mentioned that he's not always going to spawn with the PKM. Sometimes he can spawn with a PKP, so there's multiple versions of the PKM that's going to be in the game, as well as the RPK. So either a budget or maybe a updated killer, possibly, with whatever he's going to be loading. And apparently his rig is not going to be lootable, so we can take the items from the rig, but we're not going to be able to take the rig itself. Excuse me, might be coughing a little bit here. I just woke up. One of the first things, if not the first thing I'll be doing, is trying to find as much as possible with Kaban. I'll try and learn as much as possible from him and where his spawn is and what's the deal with the new car dealership and all of that stuff. So keep a lookout for that. I'll have my summary video up as soon as possible on all the new goodies. Kit presets. Kit presets are huge. This is another thing that just popped up with the interview that Nikita just did. It's the after character creation. 15 basic sets of equipment are available to the player. He said that this is going to be based off of the level 1 traders, and they're already going to be good to go. So you can ditch the starting gear that you have already, if you even have starting gear now with these presets, and then go and check out the presets wherever they might be, and then there will be a selection of 15 that's based off of the level 1 traders. So there, hopefully it's got like the cool setup with the AK for the beginning there. We'll see if there's like an MP5 setup or something for a Peacekeeper for the USEX as well. So we'll see. There's going to be 15 ready to go, so that might make us get into raids a little bit easier there right from the beginning. We won't need to even worry about setting up presets ourselves, but whenever we do, we've got 50, so we're good to go there. And then of course this also details exactly how it works and stuff like that, in case you didn't know. What we have been calling dynamic loot is in these random container spawns. So boxes are not going to be where you left them. So if you guys are going to be doing your farming routes where you go and hit these military boxes, they're not going to be there. However, there is this line right here that says large wooden crates, some Terror Group crates, large cash registers, and file cabinets will now always spawn at their respective locations. It says will now always spawn at their respective locations, as in implying that something has changed, but then it says what's already been happening. So I don't know if those large wooden crates, and those are like the technical medical food ones that we see all over Reserve and just generally in all over streets, and there's a bunch around. I don't know if that is what they're talking about for the large wooden crates or what, and I don't actually know what this means because since it says will now, I'm assuming there's like a little bit of a typo, maybe a bit of a translation error, and it's possible that these aren't included and these will still spawn in the same locations or not. I'm not completely sure. Either way, expect them to be at, like they say here, random spawn points. So we actually have to look around now for these big boxes. Then we have a lot of changes to AI. Nikita was just talking about this in the interview. He mentioned that this is going to be a pretty big change and they need significant testing with it. So new commands and just how they act in general is going to be different. Added routes for looting containers by SCAVS on Tarkov location. So on streets, they will go around, the AI will go around looting. They will go around looting. Not just players. Just if they come up on a hidden stash, I'm assuming they'll find it. If they're coming up on a box, they're going to loot it. Stuff like that. The barrel of the bot's weapons oscillates up and down slightly during peaceful walking. So if they're not alerted, I guess their rifle will go up and down or something like that. I guess we'll have to see it for ourselves. And again, on that note, I will get a summary video up as soon as possible, so be on the lookout for that. Right now, we're just going over the patch notes. Reduced reloading speed of low difficulty bots. Bots can no longer rotate instantly. Now to rotate by a significant angle while prone, the bot assumes a sitting position and then continues firing. Well, we'll see if that's not necessarily instant. It's probably still insanely fast, but we'll see about that. Bots now search corpses and take weapons, rigs, backpacks, whatever contents they like from them. So they used to just take weapons. Now they're taking rigs, backpacks, and whatever they want from those items. I would think even potentially they can just take something from a backpack itself. So if you have like a vase or something, whatever in a backpack, they can just say, yeah, I'll have that, and they just take it out of the backpack. So if your buddy ditches or goes and picks up your backpack for you, you might be missing a vase in there or something like that. You know what I mean? If a bot has a backpack and a rig, it will drop the backpack and rig next to the corpse. So now it looks like a player has come and looted you. A player scav has come and looted you, but it's not. It's an AI. So that's actually kind of cool. Bots can share an item with a player playing as a scav by calling out to them. So if you see AI calling out to you, go check out what they're doing, because it looks like we got Santa back and there's a lot more of them. I bet that's exactly what they're going to be doing. They're going to be looking to barter, or they'll be looking to just drop stuff for you. So be on the lookout for AI scavs calling you over and see what they want. Improved visibility of bots at dusk. So be careful if you get cocky around nighttime with the scavs, because sometimes they are pretty dumb, or at least they used to be. We'll see what they do with nighttime now. And then correct the spawn time when playing a scav on all maps. We'll see what that means. We don't know if that means sooner, later, what. We'll see what corrected spawn time means. The AI scav group system has been improved. Now a group of scavs that will operate as a small team will spawn at a certain chance. They are going to be better organized in combat and are essentially small gangs. I do not know if this is them testing that system for the roaming squads of NPCs, because what Nikita also just talked about in that podcast that I'll do a separate video for, because I have to go through that and actually get full details on that, and I'll even get clips of that, is he did talk about those NPC militarized gangs. I don't know if it's going to be the UN. They've talked about it being the UN. They've talked about it being Russian regular military. They've even talked about it being Russian special forces with GRU. So it seems like this is testing for that, and something we'll have to look out for. We'll have to check out what's going on with that, especially where they are better organized in combat and are essentially small gangs. We'll see what's going on with that, and I wonder if this is even bloodhounds, possibly. We'll see. Again, we'll see what's going on. It could be bodyguards. It could just be normal scavs. For the third time in the last minute. We'll see what's going on with that. This is big. Commands to bots. You can ask them to help, spread out, take cover, quiet, stop, and follow with a couple different gestures with follow now. This is all different. They used to just follow, but now you can get them to stop, hang out in that area, quiet. They all be quiet and wait. Take cover. They all move to cover. Spread out instead of all ganging up together, and then also help instead of just follow me. Again, this is dependent on fence. This is actually going to be dependent on scav karma as well. So we'll see what's going to be possible right at the beginning, but I'll test this out and see what's going on with that. As you guys are leveling your scav karma, remember that this is a thing, because this is actually something that's important to the ecosystem of the game. PMCs are supposed to be really scared of not just other players, but more so the environment, which includes scavs. There's supposed to be significantly more scavs than PMCs, and this is something that they've talked about since day one in terms of the ecosystem of the game and what you're supposed to be looking out for. And this seems like a very good push towards what they've been talking about for all these years. So check that out, or be conscious of that. Quality of life stuff, lots of cool stuff. You guys can go through the list right here. I would say the user interface, the new user interface, is really the biggest thing here, because it's going to make it easier for us to buy and sell stuff and just move through the UI. Gun stand. This actually ended up being freaking huge. A new module weapon stand has been added to the hideout, assuming that we need to build this. The stand has 3 levels of pumping. I'm assuming it means building. Another typo there, or mistranslation, whatever you want to call it. Each level can hold a certain number of weapons. Level 1 is 108 cells. Level 2 is 132. Level 3 is 182. Only weapons with all critical components can be placed on the shelves on the weapon stand. So this quite literally is just extra stash space, and assuming that we need to build it. So we'll see what it involves actually building. And when you do, you get 108 cells of weapons in your hideout. So that's nice. Quick sale scavs gear. So when you get out of a scav raid, you can just immediately sell to fence. We saw that. Improved display of crafting process. I don't do a ton of crafting myself, so Airwing is probably the person to check out for this. He's probably going to do a bunch of in-depth stuff with that. Finished craft is now displayed first in the module list. Clicking on the complete craft counter takes you to the module that has a ready for pickup item. I didn't necessarily have an issue with the crafting stuff. It'd be cool if it was like a bit more streamlined, which maybe some of this does, maybe it doesn't. We'll see. Graphics and performance, obviously anything involved with that is nice. We'll see if it actually works. Oh, wait, what? New technology of fog rendering has been implemented on Streets of Tarkov. Added the new culling system. Actually, I don't know if it's the new culling system, but a new culling system to the lighthouse location. This might have been the one that we saw with the original explanation of patch 13.1 and 14. Actually, now I think about it, we'll see if that if your performance on lighthouse increases noticeably and significantly, let me know. We'll see what's going on with that. And with that, they also improved the culling system on streets, increased the accuracy and performance of the system, optimization of resources consumption by the sound system. So we'll see what the performance looks like, especially with the streets expansion there on streets. So yeah, again, let me know if you guys are seeing improvements there. We got all the new weapons. We got SVT, AVT, AK-12, PKM, and PKP. Rizzy's sawed off, which it used to call it Rizzy's dad's sawed off, so I don't know if that's an error there. But when we looked at it on Tarkov TV, it said Rizzy's dad's sawed off. PM and PB pistols have been updated. We also got some new ammo here with new 300 Blackout, new 12 gauge, new MP7, new AK, 7.62 AK, new 7.62x54R. That's Mosin ammo, so for the PKP and the PKM. And then we also got some new 9mm there with the M882. People are talking about plinking, so I would say it's not like a hollow point or anything crazy. Because if you're plinking with it, then yeah. Plus it said it's FMJ, so I don't think it's going to be anything crazy, but hey, maybe it is. So we'll see. See what's going on with the non-mill there. Balance changes to the characteristics of ammo. Balance changes to the trade changes. Balancing changes to crafts. Balancing changes for characteristics of ammo. Characteristics of ammo could be anything. That could be damage, that's speed, that's drop, that's a lot of different things. Pen, giggity, so check out with that. Balancing of trades and balancing of crafts. So yeah, various balancing going on there. I wish they told us more. We'll see for ourselves eventually here. Adjusted resizing. I don't actually know what this means. So it could be the slots in your inventory. I'm assuming it is. So just keep an eye out for that. And then we've also got these quests specifically are changed. So all these seem pretty mid to late-ish game, unless I'm missing something here. No, this is definitely, yeah, this is all at least mid to late-ish game. So we'll be talking about these probably in a few days, or a week or two for most of the community. Just keep that in mind. Shooting range, they changed that up, so you need light level 1, 20k rubles, you need some nuts, bolts, and metal spare parts. These used to be an issue to find. I don't think they are anymore. I don't think I found any. I don't think I had a significant issue finding them last wipe. Now that I've said that, I bet I am now. But I think that makes this relatively cheaper than what it was before. And then we got the defective wall, which I actually completely forgot about with the gym. It's been so many wipes with just going through the hideout without anything new, and it's we got the shooting range and the defective wall in the gym. So remember, you need to figure out how to get that sledgehammer out of there. So you can get the defective wall, and then eventually get your gym after that and get that strength going. Corrections, bunch of stuff that they fixed. Display of players' hands, fix the problem client after pressing back. Just generally good stuff. Nothing that I necessarily need to explain or call out, I think. Fixing over visual artifacts in the hideout. Optics on interchange, that might actually be good. Okay, fixed incorrect calculation of target visibility through bushes and trees for bots. That actually might be big. Oh, there we go. There's our flashlight fix. And that's it. All right, that was the full patch notes, guys. Again, reminder about the containers. We've got the what we're calling, we'll call it what it is now, random container spawns. Big reminder with that one. So those of you guys that are going to be running your loot routes and stuff like that, my notorious interchange loot route video, probably not going to be feasible anymore. They're going to change up where things are. So other than that, guys, I'm going to get my summary video once I get some time in game. At the time of the recording, this is, and now it should be any minute now. So I'll try and put this up as quickly as possible and then get in game. So stay tuned for more. Otherwise, follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord for the minute-by-minute stuff. We've got the forums up there that we're constantly tracking stuff. We're working closely with the wiki as well. So you guys know the drill. Like if you did. Sub for more. Comment what you think. Good luck with the wipe, guys. I'll talk to you later, and I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.